Emotional gravity. Someone says to you, "I really, really loved your book." Someone else says, "I liked your book, but..." Which of these comments is likely to have the most impact on you? Because it may not be about a book that you've written, but something else that you've achieved, perhaps that you're particularly proud of. But which of these statements will you take to bed with you and replay in your head over and over again? At least that is if you have one of those voices going on in your head all the time, as I do. I'd like to take this just a step further. You receive over several days or even weeks hundreds of emails praising your book. Then on the nth day, you receive one email from a reader who didn't enjoy your book. Which for you weighs greatest in your mind? The hundreds of positive emails or the one critical email? We'd probably all like to say that we can easily brush aside the negative email. It's just one opinion among many, right? It's not possible to please everyone. Perhaps I can learn from the person who didn't like my book. Yet despite this self-talk, I'm willing to wager that the single negative email will drag you down much further than the hundreds of positive emails were able to raise you up. I suspect that the world of our emotions is governed by a law of gravity similar to, if not stronger than, the law of gravity that operates in the physical realm. It's against this natural and pervasive downward force that all praise has to operate. It takes work to lift us up, but none at all to drag us back down again. Carrying this analogy further, it takes constant praise, force, to maintain us at a given height. And without that praise or force, we fall. I don't think I'm alone in having this experience. I suspect that many of us would like to deny that it's true of us, but I'm sure many people who appear to have great success and boundless self-confidence go through exactly the same thing. Many discipline themselves not to read the reviews or the criticisms. Some probably even have a whole bunch of people who go through the reviews and comments and filter out the negative ones. After all, it's good to hear the positive comments, right? But I know that if I was in that situation, I would always be saying to myself, "Yes, but..." I would always be wondering about the negative comments that have been filtered out. Even the imaginary negative comments have the power to outweigh the real positive ones. Why is that? What's going on inside my head that lets or perhaps makes this happen? I suspect this internal critic, this infernal self-doubt, was implanted in me at a very early age, although I really can't pinpoint exactly when or how that might have taken place. I think possibly it's connected to the imposter syndrome. When it comes to positive feedback, there's always part of me that thinks I'm a fraud, that I have them fooled. And therefore, the negative feedback that I receive must be justified. They've seen through my disguise. On the other hand, I never want to be one of those people who reject all criticism out of hand. I don't want to automatically go on the defensive when I'm criticized, denouncing all my critics as fools. It would be nice, wouldn't it, to be able to stop taking criticism personally. On the other hand, it's pretty clear that some of it is indeed intended personally. Perhaps after time we can become hardened or immune to the things that impact negatively upon us. I'm not sure I'm at that point yet. In fact, I'm damn sure I'm not. I envy those who possess seemingly indestructible self-esteem. At the same time, I don't think I actually believe in it. They're just better actors than I am. Nevertheless, perhaps if I act the role long enough, it will eventually become my reality.